Hello, take 8. Oh god, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's get this over with. China's government violates their freedom of expression by monitoring their people strictly, not allowing them to voice their opinions that contradict what the government says. Often this leads people to receive unjust treatment, and some sources believe that even execution may be a punishment if the government sees the person as a major threat. These are all crimes for just voicing opinions. The man that stood in front of a tank in China was taken away by men in uniform and was never identified or heard from. If the same situation was played out in a Western country, they might detain you, but in court they cannot even send you to jail. But we aren't here to talk about Western nations. Rather, we are here to talk about China and its mass violations of Human Right 19. This main violation of Human Right 19 is its tendency to shut up an entire protest of people expressing themselves with the closest weapon they have on hand. In the Tiananmen Square massacre, the Chinese government did that exactly. The closest weapon they had on this instance was an entire brigade of tanks, which Tank Man would later step up against. This is absurd, as lives that are taken by force are pushing people into ignorance, forcing them to follow the lifestyle that the totalitarian government that they're following has placed upon them. Based on law enforcement reports, there are between 250 and 500 protests each day, and these protests range from tens of thousands of people. And people are aggressively pushing the censorship boundaries, forcing the Chinese government to make more leeway. But is that enough for a government that is hell-bent on keeping an iron grip over its people? China's main reason for oppressing its people is because they will come to realize that they're being used, and keeping them as ignorant for as long as possible will allow you to have more time to find another solution where you can maintain the same power. So right now they're just basically stalling for time. Or stalling for time. You know. Chinese governments from the past to the present have always oppressed the Chinese people. They have been thought of as inferior to their leaders. They're a human rights group actually trying to improve this right by addressing it. But the government does not want change for these people. They need power. Some wonder why China is so oppressive these people. The answer lies in history. Detail was not spared largely. They made an example out of people breaking the civil rights. Now it's even harsher. China will kill you if you draw another person instantly. The person that captures them will be your judge, jury, and executioner. The ancient Chinese equivalent of this is killing the secret silk. But once again, the person that finds you out will be your judge, jury, and executioner. And let's just say you won't have a very silky death. Now, another reason for the treatment is the population of China. Such a law talk about people going to be more high. The current down has been affected to some extent, but the extent of reaching recently reached all-time high. As now, thinking that way life is dictated by the government, forcing people to work in new factories just so the government can fund the corporations. In the U.S., there are restrictions on manufacturing, making it fair and having compensation if you earn your own job. The people in the U.S. have government that care enough to just barely have human rights. Chinese government has been using its people from the beginning of time as slaves, all the way up to the building of the Great Wall right now in the capital. If 2 billion people awake them after all this time and realize that they and their ancestors have been cheated, no force on earth can stop them from inheriting their birthright, which human rights. The people of China must enter this fight on their own. As an organization like the EU won't release people against this because cheap labor is needed in this world. Take your iron out, for instance. On the back of it, on the back of it, you will see that this is assembled in China. Take another thing, like the sharpener, over here, made in China, right over here. This is evidence that China is nothing more than an assembly line for more people. The people of China have as much potential as you have. It's not fair about suppressing them because we just want cheap goods like something like that. But still, in China, changes are happening. We're making that progress. As China's population keeps growing, people will want to replace with different people. This means the Chinese government won't change a thing because there's an obligation. But the final change is the Chinese equivalent to enlightenment. That people have more access to the outside world than they have ever had. Ideas are bringing change for powerful corporations for China to power and rule because of one simple reason. It falls in their benefit. They make you for $15 and sell for $80. Chinese people are oppressed. They lose something. And here are the reasons China cannot change. And more accurate, these are the reasons we are my suggestions in China. 1. Change all of your industries. If you just go manufacturing and farming, the people will be forced into this lifestyle. Go over different industries. Expand on those so that you able to stress to manufacture over to these. The second is to change the government style a bit. Make it more interactive so that people have the right to express themselves and choose policies that act in their benefit. The third is to stop the brain drain. The people of China are running away from China and with them take their education and wealth. If China wants to do more too much business, it needs to make sure that the people that will form China will actually be there for them. In the China that I have set, I will see I see in this promised land China a strong government with a strong multitude of industries that allow the people to express themselves by just choosing where to work, and a well-educated population so that they will know how to express themselves. Thank you. This is Suzer running out.